She's got a podcast that sets us free. She talks about the world with grace and style. A beacon of light always makes us smile. In a world of chaos, she's a calming voice, spreading love and joy. It's her choice, Her words are like music, soothing to the soul, bringing us together, making us whole, Oh, sugar love, shining so bright. With your podcast, you light up the night. You help the community. You bring us together. Oh, sugar love, you're a true trendsetter. Ooh, yeah. There's a lady, sweet as can be. She's got a podcast that sets us free. She talks about the world with grace and style. A beacon of light always makes us smile. In a world of chaos, she's a calming voice, spreading love and joy. It's her choice, Her words are like music, soothing to the soul, bringing us together, making us whole, Oh, sugar love, shining so bright. With your podcast, you light up the night. You help the community. You bring us together. Oh, sugar love, you're a true trendsetter. Ooh, yeah.
Hey y'all, we're going to go through the whole interview today because we're going to have to go through some stuff tomorrow. What's up, Lakeisha? Welcome. What's up, Spice? Welcome. Let us start the show without any further ado. Let's go.
There's a lot, there's a lot of stuff that he tries to be in denial about, but that is called an extreme narcissistic person. That's called the devil. That's called
okay. She ready now.
That's what
all
that
right,
is.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? And look, I don't even want to go too deep into it because it's like just being on the topic conjures him up, and I really don't have no energy for it. Like, I'm done. Like, I've been through so much. Like, I don't have enough energy to even.
She's ready, boss lady. So hopefully you thought of your questions.
Yeah.
You
bring
ain't got-
she
And you ain't
Okay.
got no uninvited guests over at your house.
Oh my goodness.
So
That
now,
was a there.
so now we can chat, have a good old woman chat.
Yes, indeed. I'm making me some crab and some hot links and some
Hot,
macaroni salad.
hot. What? I'm sick of you telling me about what you cooking, lady. And I know you. I know you got them good hands. Well, I wanted to begin with the. I always say, like we three people in one, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
say we all. I always say we got to talk to two people in our lives, right? I said the two
Mm-hmm.
people we have to talk to in our lives is the younger us, and the older us. So, we go back into time, talk to the older us, and then we got to speak to the older version of us and let them know that we're going to take care of you, we're going to eat right, we're going to do whatever. But you got to have a conversation with the two people in your life, because there's three people in you, right? So we're
Mm-hmm.
going to take it back. You don't have to say what you would want to say to the young Selena, but you could. But let's take it back to the young Selena.
Mm-hmm.
So how was the young Selena?
To be honest with you, at 44 years old, I would say I'm still stuck at the young Selena, because
Yeah, that's mm-hmm.
the same controversies that I faced then, I face today.
I got a good video for you. It's called is I sent it to you as I did it on my other page, but I told people you gotta get to it. So was there any happy days for the younger Selena?
Yes, it was happy, and I'm gonna tell you, like, the happiest in when we had a business meeting last night that brought me back to what we're talking about right now. Um, I was 16 years old, pregnant with my first child, and by the time I was 17, I had two. And even though it was a very dark situation, it was a very dim situation, it brought me a lot of joy and a lot of happiness, because the joy and happiness that I was looking at was the fact that I had a chance to change the generational curses that was going on with my mom and my situation. Because a lot of times as young children, we say, well, my mama wrong for this, and my mama's wrong for that, and my mama did this, and my dad did that,
Hey
right?
Buzzles, hey
But
Nicole.
then when we have our own children, we a lot of times commit the same mistakes that we say was done wrong towards us.
Mm-hmm.
So why practice those same mistakes? Why not change it? So even as a little girl being pregnant, a child being pregnant, all I could play in my mind was, you have the opportunity to change things. You have the opportunity to get things right. And that was a very happy time in my life.
So what was your support system at the age of 16?
I didn't have one.
Because I think this is very important, because people have to understand that, you know, even if you're grown in your 30s, some people have kids in their 40s, nothing
Mm-hmm.
prepares you for being a parent. Nothing makes a man stay. Don't think because you older and you wiser, that makes the man older and wiser. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are 16 and a half years apart. And they both of them were no good. But either way, but I thought it was going to be better. But so basically, you had to do everything on your own. So how was it like? Was you like still in school, or you had to work, or like what did you have to do with that 16-year-old with that first baby?
With that 16-year-old with the first baby, I did hair. I was doing hair while I was in high school. Um, I started doing hair when I was like 12 or 13 years old. So my clientele was very lucrative. I made money at 16 years old to support my child, and then at 17 having the second kid, I still was doing hair. I got on the bus, I mean, with a baby on one hip, a hooded hair dryer, and a backpack on my back with hair supplies and a diaper bag,
Mm.
and got on the bus and went and did hair. I did what I had to do to support my kid. I didn't stop and complain about it. I didn't stop and cry about it. I cried later. shoot, I look back at it now and cry now. But I did what I had to do. You know, I just wasn't built like that. I wasn't built like, you know, I have lemons. I'm gonna sit here and suck on these sour lemons. No, I'm gonna find me some sugar. I'm gonna give me some sugar the best way I know how, and we're gonna make lemonade.
Yes. So how many siblings did you have?
I had 3 other siblings. I'm
So
the
you,
baby.
hey baby, I'm the baby. So did you get any help from your siblings?
Um, not
Or did
really.
or did they have kids too, or was just you
They
set it up?
had kids too.
Okay.
Um, they had kids too. I was the babysitter a lot of times. By the time I had gotten married, I was the stay at home mom. So I babysat everybody's kids. I had a house full of kids at all times.
Mm. So how was you and your mother and your father relationship? If you would like to talk about that, you could say good, bad, and just go ahead, or you can talk. That's up to you.
I could talk a little bit about it. I mean, I won't get into, you know, I
Right.
don't believe in being on social media bashing parents. That's completely disrespectful.
Right.
And
Right.
you know, just like I know, the Bible says, honor thy mother, thy father, shall your days live shall be long. You
Commandment.
know, so and I live by that. I grew up on that. Did I practice that always? No, I'm human. Let's get that straight. I'm human. I did not practice that always. I was a very young child. I was younger than Velvet. Around the times when I got pregnant was when me and my mom had a very combative relationship, and I was disrespectful. I was a kid. I didn't know better. When you know better, you do better. You know, so we know better now. And I'm gonna say the same thing about Velvet. Velvet is running around here with the Bible, but Velvet don't know that Bible.
Hmm.
If she knew it, she would do better.
Well,
You
we're gonna
still
get to that.
online. You still okay. But
We're
anyway,
gonna
back to
get to
me.
that. No, because I just
Right.
want people to understand you, because they so not knowing that, and what's this things we this is so vital, because I need for people to take themselves backwards. So hopefully, whenever you're ready, you're gonna have to have that talk with that 8-year-old. You got to start with the 7 to 5-year-old, and then
Mm-hmm.
you have to say, I apologize for blah blah blah, or even though that things happened to me and whatever I didn't do, or whatever, that's something you got to do to yourself. But you have to start
Right.
talking. I always preach that. Now,
Right. But
the
back to your
first
question. I don't want
is
to get away
okay.
from
The
your
first
question.
two
With
kids.
my mom and dad were not together. I don't know my dad. I did see him every other summer. He was court ordered to get me every other summer. But when I was with my dad, I was with my grandma. He dropped me off with grandma to go to work. So I really never got to know my dad for who he was. I know who he is. I'm not an illegitimate child. I know who he is. I just never developed a relationship with him because I lived with my mom. They were divorced. With my
Mhm.
mom, we went through what we went through. I can't even say I know why. I don't even know why. Till this day, I don't know why. Till this day, me and my sister have a lot of conversations about how we can fix this. And then when we do try to fix it, it becomes a combative situation. And when stuff gets combative, I shut down. And that's the
Mm.
reason why I wasn't online with this whole thing about Larry versus Selena.
Yeah, yeah. So you moving on up,
Mhm.
16, you meet this guy. This would not be Mr. Marquez, correct?
Yes, it will be. So Mr.
Oh,
Marquez,
I thought you had a kid
actually,
before him.
I had 2 kids before Larry.
All right, so let's get to that dad first, because
Okay.
Mr. Marquez come after him.
Yes, Mr. Marquez came after the 2 kids. So Mr. Marquez is no stranger to me. We didn't meet um at 18 and I had 2 kids and he didn't know me before. Larry has known me since I was 12 years old.
Oh, okay.
Larry lived across the street from me. And of course, I was a little girl. I had a crush on him, and he was, he was cool. He had on the combat boots, and he used to sit on the porch with his friends, and they were doing their thing. And that was cool to me. I was a kid. So I had a crush on him. But we were neighbors. I saw him with various girlfriends or whatever like that. So when I started growing up and I was moving on doing my own thing, that crush dissipated, right? So I end up with 2 kids, and then he comes out of the clear blue sky and he just started popping up, visiting. And I didn't think nothing of it at the time because we already were familiar with each other. You lived across the street. So it was like, oh, hey, lad, what's going on? But come on, let's go get something to eat. And we went out to get something to eat. Like we went to McDonald's and Burger King. So I'm really not thinking you're trying to push up on me, right? So I just played it left. And then one day he came and I was sitting on the porch when he pulled up. He got out of the car. He sat down and talked to me. And he was like, hey, what do you think about me and you? And then I went back to that place of me having a crush on him.
Oh, so at that point,
And then,
what was the relationship with the kid's father? And then now you having a crush, you and Larry starting to talk, or was he just out?
well, just like I was a teenager, their father was a teenager as well. And he basically denied the kids and was like, I don't even think that's my kids. I'm out. And I'm the type of person, I'm not going to make nobody stick around for something they don't want to be in. I'm not going to make you miserable because I'm unhappy. So once dad said what he said, I was like, all right, nigga, kick rocks. Because the same energy that I need to put into running behind you to take care of these 2 kids or running behind child support, that's the same energy I need to take care of my kids.
Oh, okay. So now Mr. Larry pulls on up. Hey, I always liked you, girl. I think you're so pretty. And, you could finish the conversation now.
And I was bought hook, line, and sinker. Or sold. That's one. Sold. I was sold hook, line, and sinker. So, so after that, I thought this was going to be the best relationship I ever been in. I thought this was the love of my life.
Right, before you go that far, let's get back. Let's start with the good times. Then we could move. Because, we know none of this happened overnight. And a lot of women need to know that it does not happen overnight. And then maybe at certain points in time, you can say, okay, now this is a red flag. That's a red flag. I should have seen that.
Well, really, to be honest, okay, so I can't remember no half the times. But anyway, I went into it. I went into it as a little girl with this crush, and whatever red flags I saw, I felt as though it was gonna change.
So that was the 12. Was that the 12-year? So when time he started rapping to you, that was the 12-year-old you saying, I finally got my crush.
Yes. So so I have 2 kids. Larry has a daughter, and he's going through what he's going through with his baby mama issues. And then my children's dad is estranged. That's completely dead. So we get into this thing where, Selena, they don't need to know about their daddy. I'm their daddy. And I felt as though so that was a happy time. Because I felt as though, okay, this man gonna step up. He gonna take care of 2 kids that's not his. Like, I done hit the jackpot. It's on and popping. I'm at that point, I'm thinking about marriage. Like, because I got 2 girls. I don't want to be jumping around from man to man. I don't want all these different men in their lives. I'm familiar with Larry. I'm familiar with his family. Like, we already family. So we just stepped it up to the next level, is what I was thinking was going to happen eventually. Okay. So, by this time, the red flags was the difference in children. So the difference in children was Velvet wasn't born yet. My kids were treated differently from what was his kids. Like, he was always given like an ultimatum.
All right, guys, please show support. Hit the like. Can we get these likes up? Let's see what these likes are looking like, right? We can get these likes up. Come on, Bush babies. Come on, Bush babies. Let's get these likes up, Bush babies. Come on. Can we get these likes up? These likes are not moving. These likes are not moving. Can we get 5 likes so we can move forward? Can we get 5 likes up in here? All we need is 5 likes so we can get to moving. We need 5 likes. That's it. We need 4 more likes. 4 more likes.
Type of situation where you can't see your kid unless you take your kid shopping. But it would be on a weekend where, or let's just say it would be a weekend where we have plans to take my kid shopping to buy winter coats. So my 2 would end up not getting winter coats, and then his kid would end up getting everything. So that was one red flag because you set a difference. So then I put it on the back burner. And, and as long as those situations wasn't happening, I felt like, okay, well, we could get past that. That's mediocre. That's petty. We could get past it. So I got past it, but he never did. Because what ended up happening was he's, doing everything for his kids and nothing for mine. And I feel like my kids are being put on the back burner. So what I started doing was I started hustling. I started doing hair. I started doing supper plates. I started baking cakes and putting cakes in barbershops and beauty salons to make extra money. And of course, with my little welfare check, because we're not married yet, I'm taking care of my kids. And of course, my darkest child is the oldest. So she would get what she needed. And sometimes my second kid wouldn't get, but she would get the hand-me-downs. And that's what a lot of these children don't understand these days. Is like, if you can't do for one, don't do for none. That's not how this works. I'm going to let my oldest child walk around without shoes or with high waters on because I can't provide for 2 children. No, you provide for the one child who needs, and then you pass those clothes down to the second child. So that's how that went. And Larry perceived it as Sydney, or my oldest daughter, is my golden child. And this is how he portrayed her to her siblings. So now her siblings doesn't have a relationship with her.
So how old is she now?
She's 26.
All right, I'm sorry, you can go back. So they called her the golden child. And now she doesn't have a relationship with her other siblings because he separated his kids from your kids. So now he's feeling like you're doing more for the other 2 than the ones you have for him. So now in his mind, that's creating a separation, correct?
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. My phone was ringing. I had to.
In his mind, you're doing more for your kids before him than the ones you have for his. So that's causing a separation. So being that, your older child, of course, they're growing faster. Their feet are getting big. They're going through growth spurts. But he made that a problem and called that child the golden child. So was that said around the other kids where they was able to hear that? Miss Selena?
I think her phone was ringing. Come on, you guys, hit the like button. Let's get some likes going here.
Miss Selena? Okay, she got us on mute for a little bit. Hold on.
She tells her life story. Y'all hit the like button for this lady.
Her device has got to reconnect. She's still here. Okay. Miss
Hello?
Alina?
I'm here.
All right. Now,
Okay,
I was
I'm
saying
back.
when he was calling your daughter the golden child, what
Mhm.
was was he saying that around the other kids? Were they able to hear that? And did they
Yes,
start to think that or what?
yes, they were. But when they were younger, he didn't drive it as hard as he did until after we divorced.
Oh.
So, but yes, he would say it in front of them. But what I recognize it as is what, and I recognize this after the fact. I didn't realize that it was happening when it was happening. What was happening is basically what he was doing was he was reflecting it off on me.
Hmm. Now,
Because
keep in mind, people, she's 16, 17. I don't believe you're 20 years old yet.
no, I'm not 20 years old
So
yet.
keep that in mind, people. She's not 20 years old yet. So the person who you hear now speaking is under 20 years old. So
Mhm.
she has two kids, and now she's with a man the 12-year-old was in love with.
Right.
All right, so go
And
ahead.
I'm 18 at the time, and I'm thinking, well, the difference of the kids is not a big deal, even though I know now it is, but it's not a big deal because what do I need most? And I need a roof over these kids' heads. I don't have any backbone, I don't have any support, any help to live with someone else. So I'm going to take this opportunity and what I looked at as security, and I'm going
Mhm.
to latch myself onto it. And that's what I did.
Now, one point in time, I'm probably going to go backwards, but I don't know how true this is. But at one point in time, did he want to be polygamous? Is that a true story that Velvet said or not?
No.
Huh? Miss Selena?
She having technical difficulty.
Yeah, I can hear it. uh, to like take in being the dad for all the kids and having one woman, or maybe he thought that he could, but he realized I still want to be a player.
He wanted to be a player.
Right? Because
Um,
sometimes. Hmm.
it was portrayed and still is portrayed that I did not handle my wifely duties very well. Well, you don't get 6 kids by looking at each other.
Mm.
Or sometime back in the days, every time that 6 kids didn't come because they could have been doing maybe just them 6 times and the baby came out of
I
it. But
are you gonna put it? You gonna put your semen in a cup and I'm gonna eat it, and that's how we make kids.
but again, he's how much is y'all the same age or how much age?
No, Larry died at 49. I'm 44.
Oh, he didn't make 50 yet.
No,
I'm
he
older than both of y'all.
didn't.
I mean, I'm 21 forever. I just want to make sure I'm legal, and that's it. And I stop right there. My own daughter's older than me, but all right. So at this point, okay. So now these babies keep popping out and popping out. So now, was he working? How was you managing? Because now these babies start popping. They popping out, and then
um,
emotionally for you, because I think that you're older now, so you're speaking as how you would speak for yourself at this age. But if you're speaking for yourself as of the 12-year-old, then the 16-year-old, 17 or whatever, how did that person feel as them babies start popping out? Like, did you ever feel like what did I get myself into? Like, is there a out, or I'm stressful because I've been stuck here. I got a man, I got babies, and there's so much life I did not get to. Give us a little. Give us.
that feeling didn't come on until like baby number 7. Okay, so as the babies kept coming, I felt some type of way, and I did talk to him about it, and he just kept reassuring me that this is what a married couple does. We're a family. We're supposed, the Bible says, be fruitful and multiply. Um, by the time I got pregnant with baby number 7, I was like, okay, I'm cutting this off. This is it. I want to get my tubes tied. Well, you're not getting your tubes tied if you want to be married to me. You know, the whole thing about not believing in birth control because it's foreign to the body, and that's not the way God intended things. God intended you to have these kids, otherwise they wouldn't be here. Like, I was supposed to completely fall on faith that God was not going to produce any more kids.
Okay, so why you stressed out? Now, how was your relationship with his oldest child?
I really can't answer that question. She would have to answer that question for you.
All right, basically, but she was he still took care of her also, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So basically you and the mother had no common ground.
We didn't have any common ground.
Don't worry, she's gonna fix the phone. She's gonna fix the phone.
Could you guys hear me?
We hear you perfectly. And you know,
Why does this thing keep going out?
I just feel for the 16-year-old because
hold on, I can't hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I was made to be a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
No matter how much I talked about making my own money and doing my own thing, because you have to keep in mind, I still have 2 kids that's not biologically his. And he early on expressed by his actions, not his mouth, but by his actions, that he was not going to support these 2 kids.
Yeah, so some do that.
So the only time that, and that's that red flag that I was talking about, but I thought that was going to dissipate. I thought that was going to be over. I thought that was going to change, because then we started a family together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so going down the ladder, you somewhere down the line, you start coming into depression, right?
Yes, this is some 13 years later.
Okay, because you know, we all can't make it seem like we ain't been in that dark room. When you young and you got even if you have 1 kid, or you could have no kid, but when so much is coming down on you at one time, and you don't have enough time to like filter it. So as that depression comes on to you, at this point, are y'all together or separate? I remember the other time you said that whatever was going on, he ended up with the kids, correct?
We when the depression started, we were together.
Mm-hmm.
We were together when I tried the suicide attempt. And what got me to the point of suicide is that I was done. You know, a lot of times in relationships, and I'm one of those women where the relationship, you know, it needs to be over, but you're not finished with it because you feel like you need to get something out of it, or the kids may be a factor because you feel like, okay, well, I'm trying to break that generational curse and I want all of my kids to have their father. I already have 2 kids and this is the only father that they know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if I divorce him, this whole thing is going to fall apart. Well, I knew what that was and I knew what it was going to look like. And this is exactly what it looks like. What y'all see is exactly what I knew it was going to be. Because I was always threatened that if you ever leave me, if you ever do this, if you ever do that, I'm going to make your life a living hell.
Yeah, we all been down there. We all
So,
been.
so then I don't have the support from my family. Like I literally left. Larry came home and there was no kids in the house. All the furniture, all the food, all the clothes, everything was in the house. So he just thought we went to the park, we went out, whatever he thought, but we were gone. I did not walk away without taking my children. But the suicide attempt happened first. I had a suicide attempt because I wanted out of the marriage and I didn't know how to get out of it without him using the fact against me that I was a stay-at-home mom. I did not have education and I never had a job. The first time we went to court, that was what he used against me in court, is that I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have an education and I never worked. And the fact that I tried to commit suicide is how he got custody of the kids.
All right, so when right around the time Velvet is like 13 to 15, she's with Pops now, right?
Yes.
So you wouldn't know. Remember, all this has been revealed. So it's not like I'm digging in your business. She put this out. It's out there.
I got you. They both
So,
put it out.
Okay, so about at the age of 13 and 15. So you don't know what's going on because he has the kids, but she basically says she used to run away a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And a couple of other things she used to do. So
I have no
I'm just not going to say that. I'm just not going to say y'all find out what the things you used to do. Y'all can look it up. But go ahead.
Okay, so I have no knowledge of her running away constantly, except for one time. So in this instance, she is labeled a runaway or whatever. He must have reported it to the police, the truancy division or something. I don't even know how to, I'm not one of those parents who believe in a runaway. My child leave my house, I'm going to look for them and I'm dragging their ass back home.
Oh yeah.
Now y'all can call that dog parenting, abusive parenting. I don't give a fuck what you call it. It's called parenting. Ain't nobody I'm responsible for that's supposed to be in my house when the street lights come on is not going to be in this house, and I'm going to sit here and call the authorities like they have some jurisdiction on go and get my kid. I have that jurisdiction. So whatever happened, she ran away. He filed her as a runaway. She was still going to school. The school wanted to talk to her parents because then the school got notification that she was a runaway and they couldn't have her on school grounds as being a runaway. If I have any teachers in the chat, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know. Even if they late for school.
So
even if they late for school, they will still come to you.
So they and actually the school didn't even have me on record. The school didn't even have me on record. The school had Tina and Pops on record as her parents. So hold on. So the school says, all right, Velvet, we recognize you're in the system as a runaway. We cannot have you on school grounds listed as a runaway. You need to call your parents and we need to get some type of resolution. She told them people, don't call my dad, call my mama. They called me. I went to school and I told them the same thing I told you. This is a roundtable discussion. Get her daddy here. I can't resolve something I don't know nothing about. I didn't know she was a runaway. I don't know why she ran away. He has custody. So get her daddy here. I've tried to play, I've been put out there as not being the co-parenting parent, that I don't want to co-parent. I have tried to play this co-parenting thing as fair for the entire time until I decide to disconnect, because it's so abusive and it's so disrespectful and it's so demeaning towards me being her mother, until I just say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm beating a dead horse. We cannot get nowhere like this. So I'm just disconnecting.
And when did you notice that she went from like a free spirit child to becoming very aggressive and being a free spirit at the same time?
At that moment when I got called to the school, for her being a runaway. So she decides that she's coming to live with me for a while. Right after that, she turned 18. And she, on her 18th birthday, she announced to me that she's going to live with her boyfriend. She went and lived with, I said, okay, well, I'm going to tell you, like my mama would have told me or my grandma would have told me, I can't stop you.
Was
You're
that the one
18.
with the son?
No,
With the kid that she took the
no,
picture with?
no.
Okay.
So, I can't stop you. If she told me she didn't care what I had to say. Okay, well, you won't step to me like a woman, I'm going to treat you like a woman. When you decide to pack your bags and leave out of my house, you're 18 years old and you go and live up underneath a nigga. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. This nigga gonna get tired of your ass and he's gonna kick you out on your ass. And since you want to be grown, you need to figure it out. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps and figure it out. Don't call me.
You're 100% correct. 100. But as a parent, we'll know. We'll know. We'll know. But until then, you go do you. We'll sit on back for a little bit, and then we'll step in. All right. So how? Wait, because the confusion is she went to carbonation at 17. So technically, she did not go at 17.
No, she was 19 years old. She left college and went to carbonation. Everybody wants to say she left and went to carbonation from my house. No, she did not. She left Tuskegee University in Alabama. Do I need to paint a fucking map?
I want to ask now, at being that he claimed he wanted to be Muslim and have more than one wife. Okay, where does Tina fit into it? And why didn't he want to continue having multiple women with her? Or maybe he just looked that I didn't want to do that anymore.
What I told y'all about a leopard. Does a leopard change his spots?
No, ma'am.
A leopard only changes the way they move. So, okay, so I mean, in Velvet's instance, what happened to Maisha? Why didn't it happen with her? A man is never going to treat the next woman the same exact way he treated the first woman because he's been found out. He's been found out. So of course, he's not going to treat her anything like I would say he's going to treat her. That's why.
Oh.
Y'all have to understand there's points to this and stuff that happens behind the scenes that y'all know nothing about. And it's not about being jealous or anything like that. But yes, I'm human and I'm a mother. So when I'm married to him and we live in a shotgun versus 5 bedrooms, and I'm saying, hey, the kids are young, we need more space. But then you get a new wife and you get 5 bedrooms and says, hey, well, why didn't that happen when you was married to me?
On a lot of things you say you better than me, right? But okay, so now he's with her and now she's interacting with the kids. So at some point in time, she now thinks that she is the mother.
Yes. He put her in that position. He put her in the position to be the mother. And she expresses to my children, that's not your fucking mama, I'm your mama.
Oh shit. You caught me with that one. Woo. And she doesn't have any bio of her own.
Yes, she has one son.
Oh, okay. But did he treat her son the way he treated your 2 older kids?
I can't contest to that.
Okay. Because if you're gonna stay, you better keep the same energy. Damn it! Shoot, that kid better not get nothing. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking.
No,
you better.
He was good for my kids as far as I'm not even gonna just presence, just the fact that they had a dad. They didn't know, they were small. They didn't know. And I wouldn't express none of that stuff to them. I mean, as parents, we go through these divorces and stuff like that, or whatever turn a relationship takes in our lives. We should protect our children from it. We don't sit down and protecting your children from it means this. You don't sit down and go over it with them of what happened and who did who wrong. You don't do that. That's putting your baggage off on them. They don't know how to process that.
Right. But now, when she was in school, is that when she had the security job or after? Or because remember, she's still a baby right now. So, it's like things happen so quick in Velda's life. People would think that she's much older than what she is, but she's still only 23 years old.
She had, okay, so at 19, she comes and says, Mom, no, actually at 18, she comes and say, well, because like, okay, so she ran away at 18 and went live with the boy. That was quickly over. That was over in like 3 or 4 months. And then she goes in to live with her grandmother. She calls me and says, hey, and this is when she's with the guy with the baby. Then she says, well, hey, Mom, I'm getting ready to go to college. They're having this ceremony. Do you want to come? I say, yes, I'm coming. So I get to the ceremony. They give her the big send off to Tuskegee University. She goes to Tuskegee.
Wait. I gotta find that tape. Is this the same ceremony she said nobody came to?
Yes.
You know she said that, right?
Yes, and y'all should know that she's a liar because
wow,
her and I are on the picture. Somebody go find it. Boss lady.
Telling they business. You got to let it be known that they have feelings and emotions too. Okay, now how do you see like the older kids' feelings and emotions and the younger kids' feelings and emotions? Like it's like they have two separate like feelings because one has even though one has a mom and a dad, and on top of that they got a bonus stepmother, and then the other two still just have you.
Right. Well, Kate, I don't know if y'all have seen or Kate Marie. Have y'all seen Kate Marie?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, Kate Marie was just recently on Beagle Live with Velvet, and she just recently posted on her page that she has two parents that walk the earth like she don't exist. First off, I'm your mama. You're not gonna talk bad to me and think that I'm still gonna be there to support you. I'm not gonna pat you on the back or give you any praise for cussing me out like a dog, and all I was doing was trying to help you.
Kate Marie is your daughter?
Yes. So I guess on Larry's passing, she put out that the only parent that she knows is not here. Um, the only parent that she has is not here anymore, but she has two parents who walk this earth like she don't exist. I don't know what happened between her and her biological dad. He did reach out to me at one point, and he was like, "Hey, you and Kaylin need to make amends." You can't make that amends for her. That's something that she has to want to do, and she has to be willing to do it on her own. You didn't cuss me out. She did. So she knows my phone number, and when she's ready, she will call me.
Oh, they all don't have no choice. See, the universe makes no mistakes. He transcended for a reason at this particular age. She's the one who saved because she was something that made this mouth.
Girl, I could talk about my husband.
And how was his interaction with the kids? Or did they feel like, they belong to him? That's your husband.
He stays in his lane. He does not get involved as a step parent should. A lot of people want to talk about why her stepdaddy didn't go to Palenque. Mr. Larry showed up. Her stepdaddy should have did this, that, and the other. It's not his place. As though it was not Tina's.
Oh, and I just want to let you know on Instagram, my name is Take No Mess 738.
Okay.
And I'm Sugarfoot 8.
Portrayed. So I just want to say I'm sorry, and you clarify a lot of things for us. Now I got a better understanding of what a little bit of what happened, how things was put in place to make you look like the bad guy. And also I just want to ask you just one important question. Where do you think you and Velvet can go from here, and can both of you come back together as one, because she having another baby now and she needs her mother, even though she thinks she don't.
First,
Ask you about the lady Mama Wanda and those alleged out of children. You gonna miss some things. It's not gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Now,
yes, I have to skip past a little bit of it. Yeah, I'm
now,
skipping
when
past a little bit of it.
the first time she came home, we already spoke upon that already. It's like he made that point. He said when she, okay, come on, that's the white man's name.
Diet, I didn't see any red flags at all. I can honestly say that she did not know what she was getting herself into when she first contacted Nature Boy and went to Costa Rica. She didn't have a clue.
I agree with you.
Let me just address. Let me address something. Kiss the Val. You would think now we keep this. Our channel is completely respectable, right? You would think that she will. Who's for you to say what you think that she should be doing? Number one. Number two, it was not supposed to be an interview. She didn't ask for an interview. We just women talking. That's it. We are just women talking. We trying to aspire and get people to learn so we can know we all went through this. So please don't come with that. You would think, wow, maybe you would think, but if you listen to what she's saying, she's thinking that too. But don't and far as something about don't bring the squad in here, that's fine too. But that's what we're not going to do.
But if Kiss the Veil is in the comments and Kiss the Veil is the squad, then the squad is in here, so I can talk freely about the squad.
Exactly.
Well, I don't even know the squad, right? But I don't know the squad. I keep my stuff positive. Now, I wanted to say, now remember you were in your lower self, right? And remember,
I got you.
And your higher self said that you try to kill her with the baby milk.
Yeah.
And let me tell you how the universe works. And you've seen today in that video that I showed, she has no milk for the new baby. What's she gonna do?
It'll come in.
Maybe not. As of now, she doesn't have no milk. But I'm just saying, do you see how odd you said that? And now she has to figure out if her milk is going to come in, or she's going to poison the baby with bought milk, like you had to do. Sometimes you be careful. You got to be careful what you say. You got to be very careful.
I mean, and these children have to be careful what they ask for too. They cuss their parents out, and even as parents, we all have to be careful what we ask for. You know, because we treat our children some type of way, and then when they go against us, and vice versa, when the children treat the parents some type of way, and y'all feel like we disconnect, y'all feel like the parent is wrong, and when the child disconnects, y'all feel like the child is wrong. I never said Velvet was wrong for disconnecting. If I was Velvet, I would have disconnected too.
And Christabel, why haven't you came at Tina like that? Because Tina, she was in Tina's care. She wasn't in her mother's care. She was in Tina's care. Did you speak to her like that? Did you say to Tina why you don't find Velvet and console her? I mean, if you're going to keep that same energy, don't come after a mother and this
and
one.
How do you know there wasn't no consoling going on when Velvet was in my care? You wasn't here.
That's right.
You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, and that's the whole thing that I hate about these social media bullies.
Yep.
And this false courage y'all get behind what y'all don't know.
Oh, they put her in the closet.
but
my snipers don't play Miss Selena. She's in the closet right now.
Miss Selena, you are right. Don't nobody know that time that you was with you had your daughter Velvet. You don't they don't know what you tried to do, but you can only do so much with your children, especially when they are of an age.
And especially when you have the Kiss the Veils and the stepmama who's going against everything that you're trying to do that is correct. See, when they got Velvet back or in her ear, it was, oh no, you not crazy. If she think you crazy, she crazy. You don't need no psychological counseling. Everything that I've ever tried to do for my children, not just Velvet, for all of them, has always been played against me like I'm the bad parent. Like I told y'all, this bad parenting thing has been put out about me before it hit the internet. Now, how about I say this? Because I'm about to get real ignorant right now. How about you?
We got you. So
Kiss the Veil got a fucking baby. Why don't you go tend to your baby and get off of social media? Because you always on social media.
But this your home, so
what kind of parent are you? You don't question nobody's parenting because we're all in a new relationship, and like, you know, people think, oh, she crazy. She went to counseling, mental health. Everybody need mental health. You don't have to be crazy to need mental health.
You know what? I'm a mental health counselor. I'm tell anybody, get counseling. Nothing wrong. Counseling does not always mean you crazy. It's totally different. But in our culture as Black people, we're not even taught. I got counseling from my mother, verbal abuse. I mean, physical abuse a long time ago. It saved me. It will save you. It will help sisters, especially. I don't want to take up your chat, but I just want to say to all of our beautiful sisters, young, old, middle age, if you're going through something, get counseling. It does not mean you're crazy all the time, but when you get counseling, it helps you. It gives you a better perspective.
That's right.
On what's going on versus family, your pastor, or any of that. Or you can just, it's free numbers in every state where you could call. I used to do a hotline. You could call and just talk to people. Sometimes people just need you to not listen, you to not speak, just talk to them. But please get counseling. Okay, I don't want to take your show. I just wanted to put that out there.
Is depending. Sometimes you need help because some people's cycles get thrown off monthly, right? I had the cycle from hell. So I didn't realize why I'm depressed one minute and ready to kill the next minute. And, you know, people don't understand our hormones and stuff too. Some people got PMS, people got PMDD. And a lot of them don't understand. A lot of that comes from your menstrual cycle. So
it comes from having them babies too.
Well, this is talking about before the babies, then after the babies too. A lot of people don't understand postpartum, and nobody has not yet said, well, you know, maybe this lady at this age, y'all didn't catch the age, you come to class early, but at this lady, maybe she didn't know, because I did not know anything about postpartum when I had my daughter. I didn't know anything. Right. All I knew was, who is this child?
Right.
All I knew is, you know, how to hold her. And I'm like, I had no idea at all that I should have received help, because they're not like for oh, you want this? So now these kids are forming a relationship with him, and her daughter is not. So now she has to keep calling him and to get money for the baby. But he basically, what he's purposely doing is he keeps saying he wants the little girl, but he don't. But just to piss off Valerie, look at all the extra time when she's never spent that much time with the older two boys.
Well, this in her situation, and this is kind of contradicting for me to say this, but in this situation, that boy don't need no contact with no child.
No.
Thank you.
Male or female.
Thank you. But that's put
You know,
there.
I mean, as parents, we got to make our best judgments. You know what I'm saying? But if your mama is living and she working and she done got a career, and your daddy is working, he taking care of the kids, he got a new wife and they doing what they do and they living, then yeah, don't let nobody come in between that. That's a relationship that's untouchable. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, it's detrimental to these children's lives and their well-being.
You seen when he had one son laying on the lady's son, but all of that's put there so at some point in time, Ellie gets to see that. You know, and I think that's the most spiteful thing that you can do. At least they didn't have the social media. Y'all had what y'all had going on, but that's that. Oh, well, he'll sit up there and, well, daddy loves you, this and this, but your mother's this and your mother's that. She doesn't understand. He's turning her to go through what you had to go through. I mean, what she doesn't understand. Because she sees as I'm doing good, I'm doing fine. But these videos never go away. So he's gonna hear, but mama love you. And then Ellie's gonna have to see, you know, who's that? Well, who's that? And then she's gonna figure, well, what happened to me? So then now Velvet now has to answer questions the same way people's asking you. So how is she?
Go ahead. I'm sorry, sis.
I was making a statement, but go ahead, Giselle.
Miss Selena, let me ask you, do you think somewhere in Velvet's subconscious, Velvet might want to go home, but she's afraid, you know, because if she comes back, then that means you were right? Do you think somewhere she's thinking like that too? You know, I'm going to fight against it?
I don't think that she's thinking that. I think that she does not want to disappoint her father, and she does not want to have a relationship with me because it's disappointing to him.
Okay. Okay. So somewhere Velvet is gonna have to realize that she's not disappointing her father's legacy by going home to her mama. Maybe something happened. Maybe something will happen to make Velvet realize that thinking don't make no sense.
Oh no, she will.
Yeah, I think she will too.
Because when he transcended, he has now left them with their mother. It's just all the fact. It's just all the fact of how it happens, like how it goes. You know, one child at a time, one day at a time. Sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking for you. You know, so that same thing, one child at a time. But like I said, she got 2 months to go. I think she said she's due like the 20th of November, right?
November. Yeah, November. Sometime in November. Well, you know what? I just pray. I just pray that she wake up and she come on home to her mama where it's safe. You know, she can relax. She can have her second baby, and she can be relaxed. Because like I said, I don't have no children, but I have cousins and stuff. It's hard when you out there by yourself. You pregnant with, you got one, you're pregnant with another one. You have no means of income but this new internet. You can't depend on that when Ellie start getting hungry and you only got number 50 cents in your pocket. Come on now, Velvet. If you listening, come on, girl, wake the effing up.
I don't think that she's sleeping. I just think that she's trying to prove right now she's Superwoman. Now, I want to ask you one thing. Well, her belief that she got back into talking about God, do you feel that that's coming from the teachings that you gave her?
I don't know.
I think so, because she's been like really, you know, because people be like, they would say, oh, people gotta understand, they gotta start somewhere. So even if she's fully not into it and don't fully believe in that book, at least you picked it up. At least she's trying to. Sometimes you gotta turn to God first. You have to turn. She may not be doing it the way people want her to do it,
right?
But it's baby steps. So they may think that she's using God. No, because she knows that he has more power than Nature Boy.
Right. And even with
Right.
her and I, it's got to be baby steps and all of the children because they don't trust me. They have been taught not to trust me.
Right. Yeah. That so subconsciously, because basically they've been brainwashed. So now it's going to take a little longer. They have to find it with them to start trusting again. And the when it comes to Velvet and the Bible, that may be her way. Everybody have their own way. Everybody move different. So if that's her protection, I'm for it. And
Well,
that may be her way back home. That
yeah.
Right.
right there.
That's what I was thinking.
But she has to come to the conclusion first. The last conversation I had with Velvet, she told me that I didn't want nothing for her in so many words.
Mm-hmm.
That her dad is the one that wants her to live her life and be abundantly blessed. And I didn't want that.
Now, why does Velvet think? Because remember, she's been 15, runs away. Why does she feel that you and everybody else has done something to her? Is that something that is an excuse for what she doesn't do, or does she feel like that, but it's not true? Or have people always done things to her, or was it because her and her siblings was close, or they was close? I'm like, she be leaving us a lot confused here.
Ain't nobody done her nothing. That's Nature Boy that done made her believe everybody's after her to hurt her or do something to her. See, the whole psychological thing with Nature Boy, when they're there, all of them, not just her, is to turn them against their family.
Yep.
So she's already been turned against her mom. So Nature Boy just amended and sealed the deal.
Right. And that's why people were saying that even once I got a chance to like go on one of her lives and I just mentioned, I'm like, Velvet, you need to get some help. And I'm not saying you crazy, but when you've been in a cult and when you've been brainwashed, you just can't come out of it and go and live a normal life. You need to you need all those layers of that brainwash peeled back.
You need to find
what you will do is continue to do the same thing.
Yes, you also need to learn coping mechanisms.
Yep.
So basically, I'm gonna go yesterday. I mean, I keep saying yesterday. We're gonna call it yesterday, okay? Because I keep saying, but we know it wasn't yesterday. Now, so basically, her mind was set on child support, but then it wasn't Nature Boy talking her out of the child support. It was the other. It was talked about from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And my whole thing for the child support was just to keep a paper trail on his behind so we know where he is.
Right.
And eventually he I mean, we know he's not going to pay child support.
Right.
So then that would keep a tab on him. So eventually he'll be brought down.
Right.
Now, how did you feel about all these wannabe confessionals, but nobody never did nothing? That's including Selena. Is her name Selena? Not Selena, Sybil. I'm sorry, this is just how I feel. Like I was so disgusted. I'm like, you rather write a book than to help people? Because I'm into helping people. Writing a book.
Well, I mean, some people might be disgusted that I'm sitting here basically talking about a dead man.
Well, listen,
this whole thing might make my children feel like, yeah, she probably glad he did.
Well, we keep it all positive here, and if they want to think that way, that will be their thought. You understand?
Right.
That would be their thought.
Exactly. So I said that to say this. I can't put any energy into what Sybil did or why she did it. She did what she felt she needed to do.
No, but I'm saying all the things that was done, because that one, I'm talking about everybody who leaves. She's just one of many that has left. And that goes back to Maisha. The man could have been in jail for 17 years or something like that.
He was supposed to do, he was looking at, because I heard that whole lot, she said he was looking at 10 to 20 years. And he called her while she was locked up and asked her to drop the charges. And the lawyers, The judges, and they got back together while they was waiting to go, while they was waiting for everything to be over.
No,
she got back with him.
She, the narcissist that he is, she wrote a letter and said that was all her fault. But I'm saying this is continuing and just driving me crazy because everybody who leaves, instead of helping somebody else, they pick up the scam.
Yep, that I agree with you. Nobody really do anything and really have him locked up. And I mean, have the handcuffs put on him.
Well, y'all have to understand this too. Nature Boy is very well connected, and I believe, once they go over there and know and find out, see, social media is not the only force that's supporting Nature Boy. There's behind the scenes sources that's
that I know, but we're gonna leave that alone.
Nature Boy. And it's some, we're gonna leave that alone, okay?
That I know.
And there's some high, not high and mighty, but some very it's just a dark entity, okay, y'all?
Yeah.
It's a dark entity that supports him and stands for what he stands for, and it's his backing. So you don't know.
Okay, guys, we are an hour in. It's time for our hour break. Let's take a 30-minute to a minute break. Go stretch yourself, do what you got to do. So in the meantime, let's go.
You and me, we got something so sweet. A love that's got us moving to the beat. Oh yeah, rolling, catching the vibe. Sugar love, show we can hide. Oh, welcome to the love train, baby. Get on board, but drive you crazy, crazy. We'll take you places you've never been before. That's how we do it. That's what we're here for. Ooh, yeah. Step inside, feel the rhythm in your soul. Let it take you like the good times roll. Yeah. Shake your hips, let your body sway. The love train's here, gonna make your day. Oh.
Care. You know I bring the heat. I spit the truth. I won't accept it. You and me, we got something so sweet. A love that's got us moving to the beat. Ooh, yeah. Rolling, grooving, catching the vibe. A sugar love show we can't hide. Oh, welcome to the love train, baby. Get on board. We're gonna drive you crazy. Take you places you've never been before. That's how we do it. That's what we're here for. Oh yeah. Step inside, feel the rhythm in your soul. Let it take you, let the good times roll. Ooh, yeah. Shake your hips, got something so sweet. A love that's got us moving to the beat. Ooh, yeah. Growing, grooving, catching the vibe. A sugar love show we can't hide. Oh, welcome to the love train, baby. Get on board. We're gonna drive you crazy. Take you places you've never been before. That's how we do it. That's what we're here for. Oh yeah. Step inside, feel the rhythm in your soul. Let it take you, let the good times roll. Ooh, yeah. Shake your hips, let your body sway. The love train's here, gonna make your day. Oh.
Know that they know who these people are and what they're capable of. We don't know this.
Right.
And that's what I feel keeps anybody from coming out and talking about what's happening, what's going on, and all of that kind of stuff.
Right, Miss Celine. And also, I always thought that the black male, I actually with the sex tapes, also I believe he been doing stuff behind these people back when they sleep, taping them or making them brainwashing them, putting them in certain sexual situations, so if they do leave, they can't talk. You are right. He's the puppet master. There's a puppet master over him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on, because I promised her that I was going to let her see this video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I promised her I was going to let her see this video. Okay, and like I said, do not make any questions personal. We only talk about what is put out already. And thank you guys for coming to the show. Please be nice, because I have never went in anybody's chat and spoke what I think and what I feel. Matter of fact, I don't really go no. Hey, Miss Kiara. I want to show her this
Hey,
video.
Claude Shop. Hey, New York
ready,
King.
Miss Selena?
What's up, guys?
Okay.
Miss Doubles.
I appreciate you coming.
You're welcome.
And I don't know how they're not getting inspiration out of this.
Exactly.
And then they said, why she ain't confident? Well, because she's over there and I'm over here. I'm like, duh, do your math. How can you talk about, well, because that's been done and I have a husband, and that's for Tina to talk about, not me. But people, they don't use their minds at all. And I'm trying to be nice and not let Miss Selena know my mouth is terrible. All right.
Mine is too.
I'm trying to be very nice because, like I said, this is her home.
Nowhere. She's the one doing some scandalous shit. And I'm like, I'm on the phone with her, and she like, yo, you start talking all this crazy shit about how I cheated on her and then all this. I'm like, you fucking delusional. Oh. Listen.
Do y'all see exactly how black his eyes are now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Listen.
He touched his eyes. Watch this, guys.
So all of a sudden, a woman snatched the phone. She's like, hey, Chief. Now this is the sound of my people from New Orleans. I'm like, this is my folks from New Orleans. I'm like, how the fuck you find her?
Okay,
like,
it's coming.
She with my people from New Orleans. Like, yo, what the fuck? She like, I know, Chief, I know. I'm like, yo, this is some fucked up shit. You over there with my peoples in New Orleans? I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Now look. Wait. It's going to turn into a reptile.
Are you okay?
Derek, got it?
You see it right there, right there, right there. That's
Selena?
it. That's that demon. Look at it. Look at it.
You
Look
see
at it right
that?
there. Yep. Look at it. Woo. Yep. That's it. That's that demon. Look at their eyes.
So whatever you was thinking, baby, I want to let you know you were 100% correct.
Uh-huh.
All right, you could take him down now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that. Let's get that out of here.
That's
But
right.
I promised her because she was thinking about it before, and she was like, "Nah, they didn't believe." I'm like, "No, baby." And behind the scenes, I have to speak to you behind the scenes, Selena. What other things, but
Okay.
but that's strictly behind the scenes and stuff like that. But did y'all see that man eyes turn into a damn? It went just like a child.
I've seen that before of that demon right there. I've seen it before of that demon. Straight demon.
No, but you have to see how when he start, his eyes they gets darker, 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 completely black. You don't see a pupil nowhere.
I've even seen pictures. I have pointed out to other people that he's taken, and you could see the demon in him when he's in the back, and people in the front. You can see the silhouette of the demon, and his eyes are pitch black.
Well, all narcissistic people actually has that dark colored eye.
Yes.
And it's called the narcissistic stare. So I'm just going to educate you on that stare.
Yes.
But I can never see the whole eye shape shift. I'm like, hold up.
I got to go to work in the morning and deal with some of my narcissistic patients. Yes, they're very dark.
Please, some people must. Okay. All right. Boss lady, you got anything for her?
No, I will be talking to Miss Selena on the back chat.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of back chatting. So soon as she knows my DM now, which I really need for her to know.
Check make sure I got the right person.
Huh?
Check and make sure I got the right person.
Look for Grumpy Smurf. You know, I'm the only Grumpy Smurf there is.
Yeah, a little Smurf that popped up.
Yeah, that's me. Now, I am not you won't, people think it's a dummy page. First of all, I didn't even know I had Instagram. I had Instagram for years. I never knew. My daughter be doing stuff behind my back because she be trying to get me to catch up to the world. But I be like, but damn, well, how many different ways you need to say hello or something? I got to text you and say hello. And then, God forbid, if you don't answer the phone, they put on Facebook, answer your phone. I'm like, so mad. They got to see the steam that come out of me. And I be like, then people like, well, you need Twitter. I'm like, no, I don't need these things. And every time I say I don't need these things, all of a sudden I look at my computer, I got these things. So I'm like, if I don't save it, how am I supposed to get that? I don't know none of it. Can you tell me passcode, please? You know, but I didn't even know I had that. But so that's why you don't see pictures and stuff on there because I never knew I had it. So now I just strictly use it like to DM people. We would not know all the things this lady has been through. So then we just kept it as up in a certain age bracket. Now she can say a little bit, but she's not here to say anything or dishonor or come for an interview. We are showing respect to his memory by not saying nothing about him. So don't insert his name into something to make you feel good when we're not insert. We are giving him and the family respect by not mentioning his name, because as she said last time and she said this time, he's not here to speak for himself. So do not run with this interview thinking that, oh my God, they just talked about her. Yes, we are just talking about her because we cannot talk about him. Now that's enough before y'all go into the closet. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So with Velvet, I really forgot my point. But
no, I keep seeing that. I had to just sometimes you gotta check people real quick.
I got you. But I think that she is looking for validation, basically. And she's looking for the validation she cannot get from her parents.
and she's also looking for the audience, just like any entertainer, because Nature Boy built that in her head. Remember, her name was Queen. She was the chiefess, the nanny. Remember, her food had to be first. When she was going through things, they weighed on this young lady. I would have spent all my money out and turned that place in and out of cloth. So a lot of times that would, and then she will. My daughter's up. This is another beautiful lady. She's another mature adult lady, or she will not be up here because she knows this is all about love. So I'm being very particular. So,
well, so, hey y'all. Hello to the chat. I said I was gonna go live when I saw you were live just now, and I was like, and normally, a few people that I absolutely support and love, if I know that you guys are live, I won't do it, right? And I'll come over and check in. And then I saw this conversation to have. So anyway, thank you for having me, y'all. I just wanted to say something. It's not even so much of a question. And Tony, just let me rock, okay? Because I can only be me. That's it. And nothing that I say will ever be done in the spirit of malicious intent. That's hardly ever, okay? But what made me say, drop the link is when you were playing that video about him shape shifting and you were stopping it and you were like, oh my God, look, right? And there was a few people in the chat who normally when they see something like that, right, they became a little alarmed, scared, like, oh my God, he scares me, or oh my God. And I instantly said, you know what? I want to shift that energy. And I want to be really clear, okay? Number one, when a person shows you who they are, baby, you have all the power. You know how to deal with them. I'll be damned if anybody that's like in this chat, on this cipher, will ever give any kind of power to the likes of that demon, right? When you see somebody who's coming in someone, on this cipher, will ever give I hear back chat.
God, I put on mute.
Sorry. Okay. So when right, you are being faced, right, with a spirit that it's not good, you rebuke it. You don't lower your eyes, you rebuke it, you slay it, you kill it, you don't feed it, you don't play with it, you don't forgive it, you stomp it out. Do y'all hear me? There's no fear. There's no fear because he has already revealed who he is. I want to make that real clear. I think that for Selena, as the mom, Miss Selena, I can't think of anything more sacrificial or more difficult than a mother having to not only like step away and say, I gotta let my baby rock out however she's going to do this, right? Despite what naysayers say, and you have been nothing but consistent and told the line. I can only respect people when I know that they have consistency and not flip-flopping. I don't think that there's anything more difficult for a mother to do, right? Especially when you have your baby out here, right?
Yes.
Behaving in the manner that is just not for her, but she has to find herself. And she's going to find herself because she's in her 20s. But the interesting thing about this, and I think that Velvet already is tapped in and clued to this, she also understands what her assignment is, right? And every last one of us that is born, right? We each are born with a God assignment. Every last one of us. We have a God assignment. You understand? In some of our assignments, people around us may not understand how we may not understand, but you got to go through it. And all I'm going to say is with her, one of Velvet's roles, right, with this whole demon, okay? This whole, we know who he is. He has already told everybody. He's already represented himself. He's letting you know, yeah, this is me, and this is how I roll. So we already know how to slay his ass. But one of the reasons why Velvet really gets under his skin is because she represents that one feminine energy that he just can't control, right? He don't know what, every other female that he's had in his midst, they have fallen in love with him either because his pardon, but we're adults, because his dick game apparently was good, or because he gave them money, or some stupid something where it was very easy for him to control them. But damn it, this little girl named Velvet that came into my life, god damn it. Wow, not only did she leave me, but now look at her. Look at if she want to come back. You know, he has a power over him, right? And he knows that. He knows that. And I don't think that Velvet has tapped into that as of yet. That should be volatile. This is not going to end. Okay, because guess what? She talks about the spirit world. She talks about the battles that we all face. She's very, very correct on that. This shit was physical. It hasn't been physical. This is nothing to play with, yeah? And I would say to any of my younger sisters in the chat, I will say, find the thing that what is that one thing that when you are hearing about this whole debacle with carbonation, what is one of the main things that triggers you, that irritates you, right? You find that, and that is where you have to heal for yourself. I'm gonna say that again, because I don't want that going over anyone's head. Because it's very easy to point the finger, but three are pointing back at you. So this too is an assignment. This too is giving us all a lesson. And I'm gonna say it again. Whenever you're watching this, what is that one thing that seems to trigger you? What is that one thing that is really bothering you? It can be good or bad. Whenever carbonation stuff pop up, what is it? That's your healing. It has nothing to do with Nature Boy. It has nothing to do with Miss Selena. It has nothing to do with Pops. Don't think I'll kick it back at you. You see,
that's right.
That work comes in. See, that's that hard shit. Because I can stand on here and I can throw bombs and I can judge and I can make it seem like I don't understand. I could do all that, right? But that's not doing anything for me. Because even if Velvet or Maisha or who did everything that I may have thought they should do, what is that going to do when I still go back to my life? So you have to tap into that. Why are you so irritated? What is it about? What keeps you feeling irritated? That's where your healing is, my love. So while it's a lesson for us all, make no mistake about it. But what we won't do up in my sister Tony chat, we don't speak fear. And we don't speak fear and we don't lower our eyes to no goddamn demon. You heard? Like, what we doing? We don't talk it now. That's not the energy we bring in. And these devils that in his, real quickly, the ones on the left, the Mayas, the Ayas, and all of them, right? I think sometimes, I keep on saying this, people think that we all gonna make it to the finish line. I don't know why we keep thinking that, right? And like every biblical teaching book, whatever, everyone can't make it. We all cannot make it to the finish line. And just because someone appears to be beautiful, what does that mean? That they don't have evil in them? Just because someone's young, what does that mean that they don't have evil in them? So at this stage of the game, now again, this is where the teaching comes in for each and every one of us. At this stage of the game, with everything that we know, right? For anybody to still say, well, why are they still there? It's because that's where they belong. Have you not maybe really they too are fucking demons. And I know that may be hard for people to understand, honey, but it's in your face. You can't push it away.
Amen. I said that all the time. Look at that. FBI. Look at that FBI, right? Now, remember, she sat there. FBI, now, not the minor, was not attracted to her at all. She set Velvet up after she had that baby. And she did things with that baby in her arms. All that was spiteful. So she's a demon. That Malaya, we already know she's a demon. Fufu is gone. She's not even on planet Earth. She's not even possessed. She's not here anymore. Zoka, she's not on planet Earth. Their body is here, but they are absolutely gone. And that's what you could commend Velvet for.
Well, because Velvet has that wild streak, that wildness in her that
she has her mother.
You know?
No. If you ever watch how she talk and listen to how she talk, she got her mama. The way she says certain things, I hear her mother.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Pop said that out of his own mouth. He said, you don't want her mama to come out. She got her mama in her. She ain't gonna stay with that man too long. That he did say.
But I want people to.
The thing about
every
woman have that in them. Like, you know,
I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Yep.
A lot of women have been in these types of relationships. We have,
Exactly.
whether it's physical or mental or psychological. Okay.
That's
So
right.
we take it in the beginning, but then enough becomes enough, and then we start to fight back. And that's when they start telling us we're crazy and want
That's
us to
right.
believe that we're crazy.
That's right.
I
That's
own
right.
that.
That's
I
right.
own that, and I put a big old C on my back with a cape. I'll be that. I own it, because my thing is, if you spend the rest of your life, it's called it. We already know it's called a smear campaign. If you spend your life worrying about what anybody, just keep doing you, because you is never going to stop that. It's like, why would you leave? Come way over here to tell us what you think.
Mm.
Okay, keep thinking it now. Bye. Now, let's demonic, if you call it demonic, but people forever, girls even love it. They ain't even. He ain't no joke. They snipe that really quick, so they're gonna and keep you down and low, and shut you up. Now, if your own daughter said, "Ain't nobody gonna shut me up,"
I'm telling you. So now what's the next part? You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens when you feel like you have to pick a side, which is the dumbest thing ever. But when you feel,
And when they get done, I throw them out. I'm not a flip flopper. You throw flip flops out.
And then, I mean, people not even just satisfied that it was probably someone that they got thrown there. We throw people in the closet here. I call my chat the snipers, honey. But it was only a couple of snipers, which they're not regular people anyway. But you know me, I don't come for me. Well, I think, and that no, and no. Wasn't for me. Y'all wouldn't be here. How you gonna take me out?
Would they mad if I was bashing Pops? They mad because I'm bashing Pops. Well, why nobody got mad because he bashed me?
First of all, you got to start. That part is absolutely true. But they got to remember, they bashing you because they forgot that Selena was the one in the household. They bashing you for all the things that Selena did not do because yeah, she's there, but you're there with Pops. So you knew your boundaries. So you couldn't really raise them kids. You knew your boundaries. So a lot of I meant to say Tina. I meant to say Tina was in the household. Tina was in the household. What's up, Jay? I meant to say Tina was in the household. If you guys are enjoying this interview so far, we almost done. Put some twos up in this chat. Put some twos up in. Let me see some twos up in this chat. Let's get some twos going. If y'all enjoying this interview, this conversation so far, put some twos up in here. Get some twos up in here. Hey, Martin. That's right. Let's see some twos. Let's get some twos up in here. I do not see enough twos up in here. So I might as well just cut this off and do another part. Yep. Come on, my bush babies. Put some twos up in here. We work hard for this. We work hard to bring these interviews or pull up old interviews and everything else. Let's get some twos up in here. We got enough people up in here. We can get some twos. Let's get, if you're enjoying this conversation that we're having, thank you. So get some more twos up in here. Don't be afraid to push the two. No, it's all right. Push the two. Okay. Because we almost finished. We almost to the stretch. Just had to wake this chat up some. Hopefully y'all enjoying yourself. It was a part before this one, but it was another one before this one. This was the second. This was actually the part 2, but it was a part 1. But I ain't seen them in so long. So just sit back and enjoy this. Enjoy it. Now let's go. Things went, they were still in your care and still in your custody. So a lot of things you probably have seen and did not do nothing, and probably just told Pops or something. I meant to say Tina custody. She was not in her mother's custody. Same way some men don't know what's happening to their kids because the kids are not in their custody.
And let me tell y'all something about men. Men don't know how to pay attention to details when these children are effing up. They just don't. Men when men are parenting, they deal with facts. Women deal with emotion. We see stuff before it even happens.
Welcome, Keon.
It's a lot of things. Go ahead, Miss Tony.
Go ahead, baby.
So it's a lot of things that I did see and couldn't say nothing because that's not my household. I can't run their household and mine too. And if I had said something, was it going to be taken?
That's how I'm saying corrected? It too.
No, I'm always the bad person.
Exactly. So that's
okay
how I'm saying it.
But it's not okay for nobody else to be the bad person. Ain't nobody perfect.
That's why you got to put the cape on with a big B. Why? Because now,
not the B.
With the big B, it could be the bad person or the itch. Because once you start letting them know, okay, now they're gonna know what I say to her, even though you disconnected. But now you're disconnected, but they're not disconnected. So when you say the bad stuff, yes. Now they're going to like it's not working no more. So so you know what? I don't got that lady sure because I seen I did a stencil study on like mental behaviors, the different levels and stuff like that. They just subscribed to the food looks.
I wasn't there. I don't even know.
Oh, you haven't seen the video or where
she find out the same way we do. Because you remember, she could have a list of people that do stuff, but now it's so many more people populating doing these videos. She won't know. She only will know of the core people that does it. But every day, people want to grow their channel. Well, let me pick Velvet.
It was just a lady and Velvet was crying on her shoulder saying, "Oh, I miss you and I need you and all this." I didn't know. I just was wondering if they were actual family.
I don't know who those people are.
Okay.
I didn't even know that took place.
Me neither. You didn't tell me about that, boss lady. And then again, boss lady now, she's an older woman. She thought her kids was out. Now she back being a mama all over again. She got the grandbabies. How old are the boys, boss lady?
13, 12, and 10.
Ooh.
They're good ages. They can take care of themselves.
Yeah, but you still a mama all again because her daughter, whatever. See, this is why I said these conversations is needed. So now she can understand her daughter a little bit more. And, now she got people think about themselves.
Well,
you ain't hear nothing. But at least we got a family here. You pop in anytime you want to. We could chat about anything. It doesn't have to be about because I don't want you to think that because I'm for the person. I'm for you because I bonded with you. So I don't want you to think it's just because Velvet is your daughter because that I'm not. I don't do that. I'm not one of them. I'm not an interviewer. I'm a conversationalist. So I would have to like for a real interview, I would have to boss lady, But if I don't like you, I'm just not going to do it. It's not going to happen. I cannot be phony. So, and then with people, anytime I deal with people's not between Pops, her, whatever, I believe I like to bring people together. That's what God told me to do. So I'm going to give you a chance to talk to her, but please keep it respectable and let her know what you know differently now that you didn't know before and how your feelings are now. But please don't say for now because you don't know her. So what's supposed to happen later? But go ahead. The floor is yours, Lurka.
All right, that's what's I appreciate you. Miss Selena, I would just like to know why are you so against like the squad and what is your
You see how that goes?
because one
The
time
daggone value
one
went down.
did it hello?
I go.
Can you
Lurka.
hear me?
Yeah. Why? What's that question?
This. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So besides you coming up to my panel that one time on my live on YouTube, before that, prior to that, like what's the biggest issue? And I'm sending mad regards to your family, by the way. I'm sending regards to your family, to your children, to your life.
Okay, and okay, so you came to get a thank you
No, I just came to
because
see like
because
because
you because before you said regards to my family, you had a lot of negative things to say about me. You don't know both of the sides. The squad in general is very one-sided, and it should not have never turned into a battle of the parents because I've never said anything against Pops. I've never said anything against Tina, but a whole lot of things were said about me. The squad has also helped to tear me down as a woman, as a mother, and as an individual.
Go ahead, Lurka.
before the squad even got involved with Mr. Marquez, Miss and Marquez and that situation, you was putting out interviews with Uncle Black. You was saying things and you was talking crazy.
Okay, what did I say? And what was crazy?
What did she? Now that even though
You was talking a little reckless towards Pops and how he got
what that had to do with you? That's her
it
husband.
didn't. I
She
got
got
what
she got
happened.
six. She has 6 kids from that man. Yes, I'm
Right.
gonna give her big. And you also did videos.
Said, hold on. So I started doing my own internet stuff. What?
So if you would like to leave it alone and move on, we ain't got to go back and forth for who said that. Them games I can't do. So as of now, y'all done, right? So can you just respect her from over there and she'll respect you from over there? Okay? Can we do that, Lurka? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't want no beef with you.
I
But
just,
I got to
But you
I just want to clear up one thing. I've never had a problem with Mrs. Selena. I there was a time
No,
where
no,
it
no,
got
no, no,
heat.
no. We're
No,
not
no,
going
no.
to that.
No, we don't
We
want
want
to
to
hear
go
about
from.
this.
Well, let me say this real quick. There was
No,
a
no,
time.
you're not gonna say that. No, that's what you're not gonna do,
No, I'm
ma'am.
saying there was a time where it was
No,
heated.
no, you're not gonna do that, ma'am. You're gonna let it go like she asked you to. Please. Jesus Christ.
Miss Selena, you gonna let it go?
It's gone. She didn't think about you. It's done. It's done. It's over with. It's done.
So then why did she bring us up?
She no,
Ma'am,
y'all saying that.
ma'am.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you have a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Selena, you got me as a big sister, and then you got her as a bigger sister. Don't y'all guys watch me? I tell you I ain't got the patience for certain things.
I peeped in, because I just popped up and listened to see who all doing and what who all said. That I realized what was going on. So that's when I came to my wife's defense.
We got your wife. She's in good hands, and I'm glad you stepped in too. But your wife is in good hands.
And
very good hand. You see how quick she didn't have to open her mouth. Neither did she's in good hands.
they had a lot of people with a whole lot to say, but had no idea what was really going on.
Mm-hmm. I knew Uncle Black too, because when he started out with Digital Pit Boss.
Still up there. The and it's a few other people. Malika, Miss Malika. I follow Malika on Facebook.
Cause confusion. So and then let me go make a video. I don't tell them, Boss Lady, ask them, do I care? And then Boss Lady on Miss Boss Lady, and I got a button.
There we go.
See, they sending him his roses.
Yeah, I see it.
So I'm gonna let you hear a little bit more of this. But can you go like, what the heck is wrong with this woman? Well, let me stop you right now. What? You're gonna stay, you're gonna keep the same. I'm gonna put the link in now. If anybody would like to come up. And like I said, if y'all watched the whole interview, yes, I fast forwarded a lot. It was 6 hours, 5 hours. So I the whole video is up there. Y'all can still go check out the full video. But I just wanted to get to the parts where it was important, because I wanted you to see it's not easy. And you know, we on the internet, we put a lot of our own feelings or how we do stuff into other people, and we're not in people's shoes. Like, we got to be a little bit more, I'm not gonna say sensitive, but a little bit more careful. We know what's bad, right? We know what's downright evil. We know what's effed up. But we gotta also understand when people are trying, and we also gotta understand real time, and we gotta understand what happened back in the days. You cannot, the advice and you should have and you could have, it doesn't work if it happened 10 years ago, 20 years ago. It doesn't even work if it happened yesterday, right? So if it doesn't work if it happened yesterday, your beautiful advice that we all tends to give people, we all tend to say what I would have and I should have. But technically, it wouldn't even work last minute, right? Last minute, you can't go back to change last minute. You only can move forward. And then we're really mad at people for not taking our advice in the present, but for the past. It happened already. It happened already. Right? But we do need to keep these conversations going. So when we hear people pass, people can relate to it and say, hey, it's just not me. And we can talk about it, help each other, move forward. Right? And it does give you an understanding that when Velvet did say, you know, life wasn't easy. You know, it was a lot of stuff that was going on. I wanted you to understand that, right? Give you a little bit better understanding of her and her having trust at that time. I don't know, trust issues. She had a lot of trust issues. And like I said in the other video, she figured, hey, I got to go by, right? Because I ain't got no time for this. So people have trust issues. Like I said, if you want to click in the link, click in the link. But like I said, this is a long video. But if you want to talk about it, you can come and talk about it. But I just like to tell you, you know, this is the life story. This is her life story, right? Which now went on over. That everything is good now, hopefully. Everything is good now. They got a better relationship now. They're doing what they have to do now. You know, but everything is baby steps. Everything is step by step and baby steps, right? So we're going to end this show then today because then we're going to be back later. Yes, we're going to come back later, but we're going to end this show today.
There's a lady, sweet as can be. She's got a podcast that sets us free. She talks about the world with grace and style. A beacon of light always makes us smile. In a world of chaos, she's a calming voice, spreading love and joy. It's her choice, her choice. Her words are like music, soothing to the soul, bringing us together, making us whole, making us whole. Oh, sugar love, shining so bright, so bright. With your podcast, you light up the night. You help the community. You bring us together. Oh, sugar love, you're a true trendsetter.